Starting with Group A, I have Mexico finishing first. Playing every group game in front of home crowds is a huge advantage, and Mexico received one of the most favorable draws among the hosts. South Korea finishes second. They have become one of the most consistent Asian teams in international football and have more top-level talent than Czechia. Czechia finishes third. In Group B, I have Switzerland finishing first. Switzerland always seems to find a way out of the group stage, and they have the most balanced squad in the group. Canada finishes second. Home support should be enough to push them through. Qatar finishes third. Group C belongs to Brazil. Brazil simply has too much attacking talent and too much depth. Morocco finishes second. Their semifinal run in 2022 was not a fluke. They have proven they can compete with the world's best teams. Scotland finishes third. Group D is very interesting. I have the United States finishing first. Home field advantage matters, especially in a tournament this large. Paraguay finishes second. Australia finishes third. Group E goes to Germany. Germany has one of the most exciting young generations in world football. Ecuador finishes second. Ivory Coast finishes third. In Group F, I have the Netherlands finishing first. Their squad depth is excellent across every line. Japan finishes second. Japan consistently exceeds expectations at World Cups, and I expect another strong tournament. Sweden finishes third. Group G goes to Belgium. Belgium may no longer be in their golden generation, but they still have more quality than the rest of the group. Egypt finishes second. Iran finishes third. In Group H, I have Spain finishing first. Spain enters the tournament with arguably the most complete squad in the world. Uruguay finishes second. Saudi Arabia finishes third. Group 1 is the toughest group. I have France finishing first. France may have the deepest squad in the entire tournament. Norway finishes second. Erling Haaland finally gets his chance to shine on the biggest stage. Senegal finishes third. Group J belongs to Argentina. The defending champions still have world-class talent throughout the squad. Austria finishes second. Algeria finishes third. In Group K, I have Portugal finishing first. Portugal's squad is stacked with elite players in every position. Colombia finishes second. Congo finishes third. And finally, Group L I have England finishing first. England may have the strongest overall squad in the tournament. Croatia finishes second. Ghana finishes third. For my 8 best third-place teams, I have Algeria, Senegal, Iran, Sweden, Ghana, Czechia, Scotland, and Congo. Now let's move into the knockout rounds. And this is where things get really interesting. Round of 32, Germany versus Scotland. Scotland deserves a lot of credit for making it this far, but Germany simply has too much quality, too much depth, and they will be playing relatively close to home-style conditions compared to many other teams. Germany advances. France versus Sweden. Sweden is always organized and difficult to break down, but France has world-class talent in every position. France advances comfortably. South Korea versus Canada. This is one of the closest matches of the round. Canada has home support, but South Korea has more experience at major tournaments and a squad that is tactically very disciplined. I have South Korea advancing. Netherlands versus Morocco. Morocco shocked the world in 2022 and continues to improve. However, the Netherlands have one of the deepest squads in Europe and more attacking firepower. I have the Netherlands moving on. Colombia versus Croatia. This is another extremely difficult prediction. Croatia's experience in major tournaments is unmatched, but their golden generation is getting older. Colombia enters this World Cup with pace, confidence, and players capable of changing a game in an instant. I'm taking Colombia in a slight upset. Spain versus Austria. Austria is one of the most underrated teams in Europe and is very well coached. But Spain may be the most complete team in the entire tournament. Spain advances. United States versus Algeria. Algeria has talent and can be dangerous on the counterattack. But playing in front of a home crowd gives the United States a huge advantage. The United States advances. Belgium versus Czechia. Belgium's golden generation may be ending, but they still possess more quality than Czechia. Belgium advances. Brazil versus Japan. Japan has become one of the most consistent teams in world football. But Brazil remains Brazil. Brazil advances. Ecuador versus Norway. This is one of the most fascinating matches in the bracket. Norway has Erling Haaland. Ecuador has one of the most athletic and organized teams in South America. In the end, I think Haaland makes the difference. Norway advances. Mexico vs Senegal. This might be the best round of 32 matchup. Mexico has home support. Senegal has elite athleticism and tremendous tournament experience. This one could go either way, but I have Senegal pulling off the upset. England vs DR Congo. England should have too much quality. England advances. Argentina vs Uruguay. This feels like a quarterfinal disguised as a round of 32 game. These teams know each other incredibly well. Uruguay will make life difficult, but Argentina's experience in high-pressure matches gives them the edge. Argentina advances. Paraguay vs Egypt, a very close matchup. Egypt has the best player on the field and enough attacking quality to make the difference. Egypt advances. Switzerland vs Iran. Iran continues to improve every World Cup cycle, but Switzerland is one of the most consistent tournament teams in the world. Switzerland advances. Portugal vs Ghana. Ghana's athleticism will create problems, but Portugal simply has too much talent. Portugal advances. Round of 16. Germany vs France. This feels like a final. Germany's young stars will keep them in the game, but France has the deepest squad in the tournament. France advances. South Korea vs Netherlands. South Korea's run ends here. The Dutch have too much quality throughout the squad. Netherlands advance. Colombia vs Spain. Colombia can hurt anyone on the counterattack, but Spain's ability to control possession should eventually wear them down. Spain advances. United States vs Belgium. This is closer than many people think. Belgium has the better squad. The United States has home field advantage. In the end, I trust Belgium's experience. Belgium advances. Brazil vs Norway. Holland can score against anyone. The problem is Brazil can score from everywhere. Brazil advances. Senegal vs England. Another very close game. Senegal's physical style can cause problems for England, but England's attacking depth eventually wins out. England advances. Argentina vs Egypt. Egypt has enough quality to compete. Argentina has enough quality to win the tournament. Argentina advances. Switzerland vs Portugal. Switzerland is disciplined and difficult to break down. Portugal has more elite attacking talent. Portugal advances. Quarterfinals. France vs Netherlands. The Netherlands are capable of beating anyone, but France simply has too many match winners. When a game gets tight, France can bring world-class players off the bench. France advances. Spain vs Belgium. Belgium still has dangerous attacking players, but Spain's midfield may be the best in the world. Over 90 minutes, Spain controls the game and advances. Brazil vs England. This is one of the matches everyone wants to see. England may have the stronger overall squad. Brazil has the magic factor that only Brazil seems to possess. In a match decided by moments rather than tactics, I think Brazil finds a way. Brazil advances. Argentina vs Portugal. This could easily be the match of the tournament. Two football giants, two incredible squads, and possibly one final World Cup showdown between Messi and Portugal's stars. The difference for me is tournament mentality. Argentina has repeatedly proven they know how to win these massive knockout games. Argentina advances. Semifinals. France vs Spain, a rematch of the recent European battles. Spain will likely dominate possession. France will likely dominate transitions. This is a true coin flip. I give France the edge because they have more game-changing attackers and greater squad depth. France advances. Brazil vs Argentina, the dream semifinal, the biggest rivalry in international football. No tactical analysis can fully explain this match. These games are decided by nerves, moments, and individual brilliance. I think Argentina's experience from their recent World Cup triumph gives them the edge. Argentina advances. Final. France vs Argentina, a rematch of the legendary 2022 World Cup final. Two elite squads, two football superpowers, two teams that know exactly how to handle pressure. Argentina has the mentality, France has the depth. Over the course of a 7-match tournament, depth becomes critical. Injuries happen, suspensions happen, fatigue happens. No team in the world can replace key players as easily as France. And that's why my prediction for the 2026 FIFA World Cup champion is France. France defeats Argentina in the final and lifts the 2026 FIFA World Cup trophy.